From the campus of Cartersville High School, it's the Elite Eight of the Georgia High School Football Tournament here on the Play On High School Sports Network. Hello again, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the network, and as always, with the play-by-play story, I'm Chris Mooneyham. It's the Thomson Bulldogs, the #1 ranked team in the state at 12-0, taking on the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, also at 12-0, the #6 ranked team in the state. You may be wondering, where is the visual feed? Well, we figured with two old school programs tonight going at it here in Cartersville, we'd go a little old school ourselves, make it a little bit of a radio broadcast tonight. Two teams that have been playing high school football since the early part of the 1900s. Thomson been playing since 1912 and Cartersville since 1909. Now, let me get serious. I'm actually joking. We're experiencing some technical difficulties, but we will have the visual feed up for you very, very shortly. Let's set things up for this big-time matchup inside the Elite Eight of the AAA state tournament. The Thomson Bulldogs, as I mentioned, the #1 ranked team in the state, 12-0 overall. They are finished 4-0 inside their region, and they were the champions of the region. They outscored their opponents so far this year, 395 to 222. That's 33 to 19 per ball game. Their head coach is Milan Turner. Milan 21-2 in his time, and now just his second season at Thomson. 86-14 all-time in 8 seasons inside the state. Coach Turner knows a little bit about winning. He won a state championship at Emmanuel County Institute, where he was 65-12 in those 8 seasons, and finished as a runner-up in the state back in 2007. And they played a very, very tough schedule in 2012. Beat Burke County, the defending state champions, a 4A squad. They beat a 5A squad in Lakeside Evans. Beat St. Pius, beat LaGrange and Westminster, Greater Atlanta Christian and Swainsboro, and of course beat Washington County in a game that ended up determining the region champion. As for the #6 ranked Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, they're 12-0 as well. 7-0, they finished inside of Region 5. They finished ahead of Gordon Central, Adairsville, Lakeview, Fort O. They're led by head coach Frank Barden, who in 17 seasons at the helm of the Purple Hurricanes has amassed a 142-win, 56-loss record. And of course, he led them to the state championship in 1996. He has now spent 19 seasons inside the state of Georgia with a 148, 70, and 1 overall record. They've outscored their opponents this year 502 to 158. That's a 42 to 13 per game average. Our two marquee players tonight, on one side for the Purple Hurricanes, it's Brooks Barden. Barden, 2,300 yards of total passing through the air so far this year. Actually marked that 2,500 total yards through the air this year. 36 touchdowns, no interceptions. No interceptions for Barden. He's just a junior. We'll talk more about that as we make our way through the ball game. And then on the offensive side for Thomson, it's Chris Jordan, the senior. In 2012, he will eclipse the 2,000-yard rushing mark in this ball game. He's sitting at 1970 with 22 touchdowns. And the Georgia Southern commit is one of the most electrifying running backs inside the state. We're about ready to get things underway again. If you're just tuning in on the Play On High School Sports Network, thanks for joining us from Weinman Stadium in Cartersville. I'm Chris Mooneyham here with the play-by-play story, and yes, we are experiencing technical difficulties, but stay with us. We'll have our camera feed up here very, very shortly. Cartersville has won the toss. Or check that, Thomson won the toss and deferred. Cartersville will get it first, and the opening kickoff, end over end, taken just outside the 10-yard line, and the returning man over the 20-yard line and eventually brought down. That's Mark Quattlebaum on the return, the junior wide receiver and defensive back. Now the starting lineups for the Purple Hurricane offense. They'll be led on the line by Wyndham Lay, a senior, the tackle. The guard, Kalen Cooley, a sophomore. Blake Barrett is the center. Alex Christina, a sophomore guard, and Nick Haynes, a senior tackle. Skill players, Brooks Barden, the quarterback. Talk about him in just a moment, or more on him in a moment. Kalen Heath, the sophomore running back, will be behind Barden, along with Brandon Long, the junior. The skill wide receivers, T.L. Ford, Hayes Lynn, and Gordon Gray. First snap, left-hander looks and fires, and he's got himself a reception. Brooks Barden with a completion on his first pass of the ball game out to Hayes Lynn. Hayes Lynn, the senior wide receiver on the reception, who had one of the biggest catches of the season for this team last week in their win over Blessed Trinity. A third down catch that set up first and goal in a ball game they would eventually win on a Brooks Barden keeper. Four wide receivers now. Barden looking. Lefty steps up and is sacked. Maybe sacked back at the original line of scrimmage. Yes, in fact, he was. So that pass completion on first down nullified. So Thomson with the first big defensive play of the ball game. Let's take a look now at the defensive starters for Thomson. They'll have Rakeem Hunt, Patrick Taylor, Trevor Johnson, Kendall Reynolds. Or pardon me, let's take another look at it here. Jaquavius Heath, Bernard Dawson, Jaquez Hart, and Stephon Hart. Snap to Barden. Brooks going to be flushed and goes down shy of the 20-yard line. Good stop for the Thomson defense on the first drive of the night for Cartersville. Demetrius Few, Garrison Tutt, Cameron Garnett, the linebacking core. And then in the secondary, it's Quay Cummings, Felcher Hatcher, William Bussey, and Torrey Battle. First punt attempt for Cartersville in this ball game. On to send it away is Alec D'Urbano. And a timeout called. Timeout called by Thomson. Two storied programs in the history of Georgia high school football. For that matter, two storied programs in national high school football. Two old programs. Thomson been playing football. This is their 100-year anniversary. Been playing high school football since 1912. Cartersville since 1909. A lot of history to talk about with these two programs, which we'll get to periodically throughout the ball game. But here's a very impressive stat. Well, two right off the bat. Both of these teams with 65 and 66% winning percentages throughout 100 years of football. And a fair catch called on the punt and made at the 42-yard line. The other big-time impressive stat for these two programs, they've combined for 7 state championships between the two programs. 7 state championships. Now time for the Thomson offense. On the line, Rakeem Hunt, the senior, Patrick Taylor, Trevor Johnson's the center, Kendall Reynolds and John Cody. Reynolds and Cody, your strong guard and tackle. The tight end will be Jordan Davis, the senior, the University of Georgia commit, and he is some kind of player. Ryan Keeley, their split end. And in the backfield will be Jordan and Battle, Chris Jordan and Torrey Battle. And on the opening snap, Quay Cummings, the junior, the quarterback, filling in for 2 injured quarterbacks tonight. Takes the initial carry. I forgot to mention Trevante Wright, a senior wingback. Again, if you're just tuning in here on the Play On High School Sports Network, thanks for joining us. We're experiencing some technical difficulties, but the visual feed should be up momentarily if it's not already. Handoff, right side, and a pretty good gainer. First down for either team in the ball game. And it belongs to Brooks. Just shy of Cartersville territory. Visual feed is up now. Thanks for joining us. Or thanks for staying with us, I suppose. Quay going to take the snap and hand off to the second back through. And a modest gainer on first down. They're led in the backfield by, as I mentioned, Chris Jordan, the senior running back, and Torrey Battle, another senior. Both of these young men, have combined for about 2,800 yards of total offense. Handoff near side now. Man gets tripped up, lost the football, but he stayed with it and was able to corral it. That's Chris Jordan. Chris going to go over the 2,000-yard rushing mark in this ball game, barring, an amazing Barring an amazing defensive stand by Cartersville in this ballgame. I only say that because Jordan only needs 30 yards to reach that mark. Big third down play coming up here. Third and long. This is not what they want to be doing. Passing, I mean. Williams out to the right. Left-hander looks and fires where he's got a man open, caught. Inside the 35-yard line to Torrey Battle, the senior, who on the ground so far this year has amassed 865 yards rushing and 17 touchdowns. They've got a great 1-2 punch in Jordan and Battle in the backfield. And then when they need to throw it, they can find Jordan Davis, the future University of Georgia Bulldog, the tight end. He's number 80, by the way, if you're watching on your screen. He's down here on your near side at the end of the line of scrimmage. Number 80, big fella. You'll notice him. Handoff to the big guy through the middle. Not much of a gainer there. Defensive starters now for Cartersville as we've worked out our technical difficulties. Greg Davis, Byron Davis, Alex Barnes, and DeAndre Cochran on the line of scrimmage for Cartersville. The linebackers, Brandon Wells, Marcus Jones, and Eric Camps. In the secondary, it's Josh Cooper, Mark Quattlebaum, Devin Henderson, and Kobe Whitfield. Cartersville defense allowing 13 points per ball game. Thomson offense averaging 33. Direct snap there, and Battle wrapped up after another modest little gain. Going to see a bit of a plotting offense for Thomson in this ball game. If you're not familiar with each one of these programs, or either of the programs, Thomson going to run some options, some direct snaps, just a little bit of passing. If we see 10 passes in this ball game out of Thomson, something may have gone wrong with their offense. Another third down play coming up. As for Cartersville offensively, they're a little more high-powered. They'll throw it around the yard. Snap. Quay. Hands off. This time it's Jordan. Wait for the official spot. This could be close. Looks like they're spotting him at the 24, which will be about a yard shy of the first down. Now, how much confidence does Coach Turner have in his kicking game? It looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Quay Cummings, the junior, goes over to get the call from the offensive coordinator, or maybe that was Coach Turner. Quay has done a nice job over the last game and a half filling in for 2 injured quarterbacks. Their number 1 guy went down in the second quarter of this first round tournament game. Their backup quarterback went out before that. And now a 4th down stop for the Cartersville defense. Thomson's offense turned away in this drive. 4 downs and out on their initial drive of this Elite 8 matchup. Eric Camps in on the tackle there. Camps, one of 3 men who had an interception versus Blessed Trinity in their second round win last week here in Cartersville. The Cartersville defense, boy, you talk about stepping up. They had 3 interceptions and 3 fumble recoveries last week against Blessed Trinity. So Brooks Barden in the shotgun. Now your first official look at him if you're watching tonight. And a drop pass. Holy smokes. Barden's pass hit Kobe Whitfield right between the numbers. The freshman could not corral it. Well, that kid's a freshman. 13 coming off your screen there. Holy smokes. Growing big up here in Cartersville. Well, these are 2 teams, 2 programs where class doesn't always matter. So not surprising to see a freshman that's a major impact guy. Barden going to have to step up and eventually brought down via the sack. Second time we've seen Brooks Barden go down via the sack for the Thomson Bulldogs. This time the sack belongs to Bernard Dawson, the senior, the rover tackle. Thompson's defense has held only 1 opponent so far this year to single digits. However, they've held 6 of their 12 opponents to 14 or fewer points. Third down play, 3rd and 12, 14 to be precise. Barden in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Make it 5 receivers, looks, fires, incomplete. over the head of his intended receiver, Preston Slimp. Excuse me, Gordon Gray, the intended receiver, the junior wide receiver. Cartersville going to send it away again. Alec D'Urbano on for the punt. A bit of a slow start to this ball game offensively. Good kick. Fair catch called and made. Eventually at the 45-yard line. Careful, young man. Winner of this ball game in the Elite Eight moves on to the semifinals and will take on either Buford or Carver Columbus. Boy, oh boy. I tell you what, there's been a lot of parity and a lot of brackets that have been blown apart across the state of Georgia in the GHSA tournament. Take the 6A ranks, for instance, where you've got so many big teams, and 5A and 4A, where big teams have been knocked out. But here in the 3A ranks, coming into the tournament, the number 1 through 7 teams, numbers 1 through 7 in the state rankings, are all still alive. Carver Columbus faces Buford. The winner of that one faces the winner of this one tonight. Over on the other side, Peach County and North Hall will play. The winner faces either Washington County or St. Pius. On the right side, Williams with a very positive gain. Looks like about 7. They may even give him 8 on that one. Star-studded bracket when you look at the AAA bracket, which I am right now. And one more time, the winner of this one tonight, number 1 versus number 6, takes on either Buford, or as I like to call them, the Buford Machine, or Carver Columbus. Those two teams facing each other. They know a little bit about each other. Quay rolling out. It is a design pass, and it's tipped away. That was nearly an interception. It was destined for the hands of Mark Quattlebaum. But at the very last moment, another defender came over, Kobe Whitfield, and got a piece of it. Oh, my goodness. If Kobe knows that Mark is there, you know there's no way he gets a hand on it.
Third down.
Mercy.
Third down 3.
We'll update you through the night. We'll update you through the night on the state tournament and let you know what's going on all across the state. A little too early for all that right now, I suppose. We're just 15 minutes in real time into this one. 3:52 remaining first quarter here in Cartersville. Between two programs, Thomson and Cartersville, that have done a whole lot of winning. 5 state titles for Thomson, looking at a third down here. The defense for Cartersville with 2 state titles in their illustrious history and a flag. Or did they get the timeout called first? Yes, Thomson did. The man in the white hat, Gordon Dickerson, says yes, they got the timeout called in time. Gordon Dickerson, the man in charge tonight in the white hat. You see him there in the center of your screen. I mentioned it a moment ago, 2 highly decorated programs, 2 teams that have been playing high school football for 100 years or more. Both teams with 65%. Cartersville's won 65% of their ball games since 1909. Thomson's won 66% of their ball games since 1912. Thomson won the state championship in 67 and 68 in back-to-back years. And you know who their star was that year? A gentleman by the name of Ray Guy. Ray Guy, of course, one of the, arguably, most likely the greatest punter of all time, a member of the 75th anniversary all-time team, the first pure punter ever drafted in the first round, the 23rd overall player, who in his time at Thomson earned 16 varsity letters in 4 sports. That guy was even drafted by the Cincinnati Reds. And of course, the Best Overall Punter College Award is named for him. Handoff. Coming near side, looking for the first down, Chris Jordan. This one going to be close. Looks like he's about a half-yard shy. Yeah, they'll mark him a full yard shy. 4th down. Do they dare go for it at the 46? Not this time. Wholesale changes being made. I haven't even started to dent the history of the Thomson program. Clay Bassingame, the senior, back deep to send it away. First punt of the night for Thomson. Each team has had 2 offensive possessions and nothing to show for it. Fair catch called but not made. Ball will be down inside the 20. Eddie Lee Ivory. That name ring any bells to a lot of you diehard high school football fans out there or college football fans? Eddie Lee Ivory was class of 1974 at Thomson. He, of course, went to Georgia Tech. And you may remember during the 1974 season, Eddie Lee Ivory rushed for 1,710 yards for the Yellow Jackets football team. He was an All-American in 78, inducted into the Tech Hall of Fame in 83, and in 78 finished 8th in the Heisman balloting. And at one time, I didn't verify this before the ball game. I don't know if this is still the single game rushing record at Division I, but it was at one point. He had 356 yards rushing for the former Thomson running back while at Tech. Handoff on the straight give. Running back upended right there at the line of scrimmage. 356 in college? Are you kidding me? Now, if you're watching out there and you're a diehard Thomson fan, can you tell me when that was that Eddie Lee Ivory did that for Georgia Tech? I'll give you a minute. How about a play? Barden in the shotgun. Two backs beside him. He'll give to the cross man, who makes a cut to the middle of the field. One tackle away from breaking in and eventually brought down and around the 40-yard line. A very good carry on second down for Kalen Heath. Heath, the sophomore running back, and they really like him. Kalen, a big kid, a slasher, though. May remind some diehard high school football fans and Cartersville fans of Ronnie Brown, who, of course, played his high school ball here in Cartersville. Barden fakes, floats one across the middle where he's got a man wide open, breaking into the clear. Into the middle of the field and scoring a touchdown. It's Hayes Lynn, the senior wide receiver. The opening touchdown of the AAA Elite 8 ball game between Cartersville and Thomson goes to the Purple Hurricanes. At 2:01, Cartersville 6, Thomson nothing. "61-yard touchdown pass." Extra point now. Snap, ball down, kick on the way. And it is good. Barden to Lynn. 7-0. Cartersville out in front. Hayes Lynn, who's made some incredibly big catches for this program so far in 2012. A program that is used to winning. Cartersville state champions in 1999, led by the aforementioned Ronnie Brown. Of course, went on to fame at Auburn University. Still active in the National Football League. That team also had LaVeda Johnson, who was an all-state wide receiver, and Al Turner, an all-state defensive back, or defensive lineman. I remember that team well. Covered those kids for a little while. That was their second state title in school history. They also won the state championship in 1991. Their head coach that year was Mike Earwood, a Georgia State High School coaching veteran, still around in the state. LaShawn Darby was a running back on that team. He was an All-State Player of the Year recipient. I'm bringing back so many memories for all you Purple Hurricane faithful listening out there. Raymond George was on that team, an All-State linebacker. John Woodard was the quarterback. Some of you saying, oh man, John Woodard, I forgot about that kid. End over end. Skips a few times, taken inside the 10. Cut into the far side, gets a couple of good blocks, needs one more, and gets it. That'll get him at least 5 more yards, maybe 10. And the new Thomson drive will start at around the 28-yard line. Yeah, I just mentioned LaShawn Darby. Darby went for 213 yards in that state title game in 1991 for Cartersville as they won their first ever state championship. When they won that state championship in 1991, they were one of the winningest programs in state history to have never won a state championship. That was the big storyline back in 1991, or one of the big storylines for that team in 91. Thomson loads the line of scrimmage, back out on offense, their third drive of the opening quarter. The handoff goes to Battle, and Torrey wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. "1978. That's the answer to the trivia question a moment ago, by the way. What year did Eddie Lee Ivory, the former Bulldog, win at Georgia Tech. Went for 356 yards on November of 1978. Eddie was drafted by the Green Bay Packers. Injuries cut his career short, boy. Really cut his career short. You know, they gave Torrey about a 3-yard gain on that last play. Surprising. Look at the legs churning there, close to the first down mark. This time Jordan on the carry, and you see why so many folks are so very fond of Chris Jordan. And he inches even closer to the 2,000-yard rushing mark, does Chris Jordan. I'm spending all this time talking about the great running backs and the great players in Thomson history for good reason as we go under a minute, by the way. 50 seconds left in the opening quarter here in Cartersville. Chris Jordan got a chance to go down with the best of them. Way his career's going. Battle with a misdirection handoff. Gets near the next first down mark. About a 9-yard gain as he's sent head over heels. That was a beautifully designed play. You know, when that play doesn't work, when you get that tackle pulling out and you get the misdirection between the running backs, that play doesn't work. Sometimes it'll take too long to develop on that particular play. When it works, it's absolutely exquisite. It's almost art. You get everybody moving in motion at the same exact time, and on that play, it did just that. Quay back under center. Gonna hand off. This is Jordan, who was a cut to the right from breaking that one. Brought down by Eric Camps again on the play. We'll mention Eric's name a lot tonight. He's a ball hawk, they say. Always around the ball carrier. And his tackle and that run will bring us to the end of first quarter play here at Wyman Stadium in Cartersville. A top-level Elite 8 matchup inside the AAA classification between number 1 and number 6. And the number 1 team in the state, the Thomson Bulldogs, trail number 6, the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, 7-0 at the end of one right here on the Play on High School Sports Network. Back on the Play on High School Sports Network. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Chris Mooney. I'm here with the play-by-play tonight from Cartersville, where the Purple Hurricanes lead the Bulldogs of Thomson. 2 legendary programs inside the state. 7-0 your score as we begin the second quarter action. Teams ranked number 1 through 7 still alive in the AAA tournament. Quay Williams hands off to Battle, and Torrey. Boy, Torrey really did a great job of keeping his balance there, coming near side and getting over the 45-yard line. Going to bring up a second and medium. Torrey closing in on 900 yards for the season. Chris Jordan now roughly 15 yards away from 2,000 for the season. Both young men in the backfield. Look at this. Love this formation. This is old school Georgia football formation here. They picked Jordan to hand it off to, and Chris is close to the first down mark. He is over the 40-yard line. We'll see where the official spot is. Going to bring up third and very short. Chris Jordan, the senior, as I mentioned, a couple of carries away from 2,000 yards so far on the season, 22 touchdowns. He'll be playing for the Eagles of Georgia Southern coming up next year. In his first 2 games this year, he went for 544 yards and 5 touchdowns. Quay keeps it, and Williams, I believe, has the first down. Or Cummings, pardon me, Quay Cummings. Of course, they don't pay me to officiate, so let's wait and see. Yep, officially a first down now. Not only did Chris have a tremendous first 3 games of the year. But versus Lakeside, this is a 5A squad now. Lakeside, no disrespect to Lakeside, but Lakeside of Atlanta. Not a great program even at the 5A level, but still a 5A program nonetheless. Jordan went for 328 on 25 carries. Here he is again, now over the 35-yard line. Officially mark him at the 33. I mean, anytime you got a AAA guy that goes for 328 against a 5A school on 25 carries, that's something special. And against one of their contemporaries, St. Pius, another AAA school, as they beat St. Pius during the regular season, Jordan went for 130. 2nd and 5. Ball spotted at the 33. Running back bounces off of a couple of men, keeps his feet, gets over the 25-yard line, and eventually pushed out of bounds. With a first down on the carry goes William Bussey. Well, you talk about another guy they really, really love over at Thomson, William Bussey, a senior who's also verbally committed to Georgia Southern. 4 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. He's one of their defensive leaders, if not the defensive captain. They got 3 guys that go both ways on this team with a fair amount of regularity. Quay, the quarterback, Quay Cummings, is also a cornerback. And he takes a snap. Hands off to Bussey again. William to the left side, goes over tackle, in between tackle and guard rather, and over the 15-yard line now. Thomson knocking on the doorstep in the red zone, trying to tie this thing up as we'll go under 9.5 minutes. Second quarter. Spot that one right at the 15-yard line. Contrasting styles between these two teams, to say the least. Offensively, about the only thing these two teams have in common, championship pedigree and a whole lot of talent. Cummings going to hand off. Jordan trying to bounce around a couple of tacklers and eventually brought down shy of the line of scrimmage. That'll bring the home faithful to their feet with a rowdy cheer. This is without question one of the best spots in Georgia high school football to watch a game. And now on 3rd down, the entire crowd will rise to their feet. Right in front of Todd Edwards, our cameraman, who's down in the crowd tonight. Cummings going to fire out here in the flat. He's got Battle. Battle trying to make a couple of moves. Looks for the 10-yard line, and this will be an interesting spot. What an individual athletic effort for Torrey Battle. And you know he did it. He did, in fact, get his team the first down. Boy, oh boy, what a move by Torrey. Right there at the end of the play, scored it in between 2 defenders and kind of fell to the ground, but in between the defenders, kept his momentum going, moving forward for the first down. So 1st and goal now. This snap will bring us to the 8-minute mark. The junior Cummings takes the snap. Hands off to Battle now, moving to the left side, and he's snuffed out right at the line of scrimmage by a gaggle of Hurricanes. Davis in on the tackle there. Three-yard loss officially. 2nd and 13. 2nd and goal, though. Second man. This is Bussey, I believe. And he's inside the 5. Gilliam Parker on the carry. Senior wingback. Yeah, we were told we'd see Parker a good bit in this ball game. Kind of a secondary offensive man to spell some of the other carriers. Looks like Thomson And they are calling a timeout. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be the third timeout now already used for Thomson at the 6:40 mark of the first half. Third and goal from the 5. I don't mind using that timeout there. It's your first real threat at scoring. Good opportunity to get the kids together. And depending on what sort of confidence they have on their kicker, or for their kicker, we'll see whether or not this is 2 downs for 6 or just the 1 play and a field goal opportunity. What will the decision be of Milan Turner? Turner, a veteran coach now inside the state of Georgia and quite the winner. As I mentioned, took ECI, Emmanuel County Institute, to a state championship in 08 and a runner-up finish in 07. Guy's done a little bit of winning in just 8 seasons inside the state. Well, third and goal, this should be interesting. Both Battle and Jordan set beside each other behind Cummings. Got a tight end to block. Handoff. It's Jordan, and he slipped. He slipped as a defender was collapsing in on him. Bryce Gover. Fourth and goal coming up. Now they're going to work the kicker out onto the field. Now, one big storyline for Thomson in this ball game is their need for 6. And they do, in fact, decide to go for it. Got a wide receiver and a tight end in the ball game. Cummings is looking, firing, incomplete. Oh, wait a minute. Now officially incomplete. Cartersville holds again inside the 5-yard line. The second time that a Thomson drive has ended on 4 downs. Now the spread offense, this high-powered offense of Cartersville, back out onto the field. Right side. And after getting past the initial point of contact, Brendan Long is brought down, the junior running back. Bussey in on the tackle there, by the way. Well, Cartersville out in front, 7-0. Neither offense has been sharp, although both teams have had moments where they've looked pretty good. Delay. Handoff again to Long, and Brandon with another pretty good gainer. Wait and see where they spot this one, what they'll need for the first down. Believe they'll need about 1.5 yards. Should bring up 3rd and short. Brooks Barden's not been terribly sharp tonight. Brooks Barden, if you're just tuning in, one of the top junior quarterbacks, not just in the state of Georgia, which is one of the top states for high school football, but one of the top junior quarterbacks in the nation. 36 touchdowns, no interceptions for Barden. Will he throw here on 3rd and short? Nope. Handoff, and it ends up costing him. Kalen Heath, the sophomore, wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. And we got a punt coming up. Well, that's the right play call. But Thomson absolutely blew up the offensive line of scrimmage. In fact, really, I mentioned this a moment ago, the production offensively for both teams, for all intents and purposes, Thomson has been better offensively tonight than Cartersville has as we near the 4-minute mark in the first half. Thompson's had a couple of good plays inside of one drive. And, of course, the one explosion play, the 68-yard touchdown pass. But Thompson's offense been really more productive in length. And Thomson will start their 4th drive of the ball game in plus territory, just outside the 47-yard line. 2 drives stopped on downs. and a punt for the Thomson offense, but they've been productive.
First and 10. Ball is on the 48.
Officials timeout. Chains on the far side tangled up. Give us an opportunity to reset things here. Cartersville out in front 7-0 on a 68-yard touchdown pass from Brooks Barden to Hayes Lynn. 61-yard touchdown pass, pardon me. Fake the handoff. Quay's going to throw, and he's got a reception. Pass complete to Jordan Davis. Davis will be a University of Georgia Bulldog coming up next year. The Dogs like him not just for what he does so well in this offense, which is block a lot, and I mean a lot in this offense, but he's also a very big kid with the ability to catch the football, and he's really athletic as well. Quay looking to throw again. Lefty floats one out there deep where he's got Davis. Davis has got the catch inside the 10-yard line. Consecutive receptions for Jordan Davis. And just like that, the Bulldogs are threatening again. Boy, what a job by Jordan as he was backpedaling and got a little turned around on that pass, that floater that was put up there by Quay Cummings, but he was able to keep his composure and made the catch as he was falling backwards. Boy, that is so hard. It is so hard to make that catch. I played a little tight end. I can tell you, it's tough. Full house. Bussey to the left side, got one man to beat, and he will. Touchdown, Thomson. Two-yard touchdown run by William Bussey. The senior brings his team back to within a point in the all-important extra point in the playoffs. Snap, ball down, kick on the way, and it is good. There have been some missed extra points throughout the state football playoffs this year that have come back to haunt some teams in a major, major way as Brandon Radford, the sophomore, drills home the extra point. And we're tied at 7. Well, a high-powered Cartersville offense against a methodical, grinded-out offense for Thomson, and we're only at 7-7. Want to remind you folks to follow us. If you want to join the conversation about high school football, you can follow the Play On High School Sports Network by going to facebook.com/playonsports or over on Twitter, and you can watch us on youtube.com/the Play On Network. Nice kick taken inside the 10. Returning far side, trying to get up the sideline, and eventually brought down just over the 20-yard line.
On the stop, big first and 10 for the game.
Just over 3 minutes left, first half here in Cartersville. Purple Hurricanes tried to answer the scoring drive of Thomson. Low snap. Barden stays with it. Brooks under pressure and goes down. Third time we've seen Barden go down via the sack. This time it's Devon Hart. Well, you see the size on that kid, number 92, and guess what, folks? He's just a sophomore. Get in there close on him, Todd. Thank you, sir. Look at the size of that young man. Is that right? Is he a sophomore? Senior. Somebody better update this football roster. Hart. Yeah. Talking to the broadcast crew for Thomson, trying to get the particulars on that young man. Looking and firing. Incomplete. That's a little bit of a dangerous spot here. Got yourself a third down play coming up. Still 2:19 left first half. And if you're Cartersville, the one thing you wanted to do, if you're not able to get points in this drive to answer the previous score by Thomson, is at the very least keep possession and run some of the clock. Barden looking for the first down mark. Got a guy bearing down on him and incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind and over the head of his intended receiver, Hayes Lynn. Now we got a flag down on the play, by the way. Let's wait and see what we got here. Give us another chance to see the man in the white hat, Gordon Dickerson. The gentleman running things down on the field tonight. Been a pretty clean game. I know this will be our second penalty, I think. Mr. Dickerson, what say you? Legal man downfield, yep. See that a little bit with the screen game. Cartersville going to send it away. Very interesting. Let's remember this mark, especially if Thomson able to score on the ensuing drive. D'Urbano back standing on his own, well, nearly in his own end zone. Torrey Battle back deep to receive for Thomson. And you know the Bulldogs are on the verge of starting their third drive in plus territory tonight. Good kick. Good kick by D'Urbano. And he muffed it. Ball loose and Cartersville has it. And it sets off pandemonium on the home sideline. Boy, watch the camera shake. That's because we've got that thing planted down there inside the stands, and for good reason. The Cartersville faithful very, very happy. The first turnover of the ball game belongs to Thomson. At 2:03. Now mark that on your storyline sheet. Cartersville with possession just outside the 40-yard line. They'll start, and on the handoff, an absolutely crushing blow delivered by Demetrius Few, the senior linebacker. Goodness. Boy, it goes as a 2-yard loss on the play. And that sent a shockwave through the visitor sideline. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 to the top. Barden. Lefty looks. Lefty fires. And it's intercepted. William Bussey, the future GSU Eagle, with the interception. Our second turnover of the ball game comes in the last 3 plays. And it's the first interception of 2012 for Brooks Barden. Wow. Holy smokes. Well, you know, last night the Falcons took down the Saints over at the Georgia Dome, and it was the first time in, 56 games that Drew Brees had not thrown a touchdown pass. A little bit of history there last night, and we've seen some history here tonight as Barden throws his first interception of the season. And the handoff to Jordan, and that may put him over the 2,000-yard mark, and it will. That mythical, magical 2,000-yard rushing mark in a single season. And Chris Jordan has joined that illustrious company. Boy, We got a game tonight dripping in history here in Cartersville. Under 50 seconds left in the half. Thomson not really the quick play, quick strike offensive team. Quay going to take the snap. Hands off to the second guy through. That's Jordan. You know, they got Chris Jordan officially listed as a fullback. And for good reason. Look at the size on that kid. Want to remind you folks, coming up at the half, we'll keep the visual feed up and we'll pull down the audio. Give me a chance to rest my voice here. These one-man broadcast crews are tough, let me tell you. Clock running, 18 seconds. Stay tuned at the half, though. We'll keep the visual feed up. You can see all the pageantry of Georgia high school football. Bands and fans coming up at the half here on the Play On High School Sports Network. And it looks like Thomson going to let the first half run out. Turned into a defensive slugfest. Neither offense, which has scored a lot of points throughout the season, was able to really quite get it going, at least not into the end zone. Thomson was a little more efficient, but 2 turnovers late in the first half. A 61-yard touchdown pass Barden to Lynn made it 7-0 Cartersville. A 2-yard touchdown run by William Bussey tied us at 7. We had a muff punt and an interception by Brooks Barden. We stand at 7-7 as we go to the half here in this Elite 8 matchup between Cartersville and Thomson on the Play On High School Sports Network.
7-4-5.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
.3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons win. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send
A man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take. And there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back in one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stags.
Runner at third is Chavez. 8-2 the score. Bottom of the seventh. The 1-2. Popped in the air. This should do it. Cortopassi says it's mine. Now he's fading on it. And he can't make the catch, but Gaff comes in from center field and does. Congratulations to the St. Mary's Rams, a three-peat. They win it 8-2 against Franklin to take the series 2-0.
But this is time to run an offensive set that you've done all through the season in practice.
Yeah. And you also, you get it to your hottest player right now, just like they're getting it to Eichhorst right here. He's going to try to create some space, find somebody on the backside that's open.
Eichhorst flush out to the right. Oh, breaks free of a player. Eichhorst on his own, shoots and scores, bounces a shot home. Coos can't handle the shot. Eichhorst takes off the shirt and the helmet. And how about that? Alex called it. Eichhorst, after sustaining the injury in the third quarter of play, has scored the game winner with 22 seconds gone in the overtime period. Dogpile on the field. Marin Academy take it. A fantastic finish to this game. And, well, I hope his other ankle isn't hurting after this.
Hancock to his immediate left. Two receivers far side, one near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10. The 5. Touchdown, Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards, just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Cartersville that's under center. In their tight wing formation, Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run, breaks through, 4 tackles, and now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Imperial, on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown, Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing and the as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple of yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
Keep those Lowell fans quiet over there.
Lum sets it up to Pang. Long, it's out. Low, a magnificent 7 titles in the San Francisco section in dramatic style as they pull out a fantastic victory over a spirited Galileo Lions team. They win the 4th game, 31-29.
and they take the 2012 Academic Athletic Association San Francisco section title.
Officials say no 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20, with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick, not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21-20.
Already lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why bother?
So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up over and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be caught by Gaines. Oh my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel serve. Championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards deep one over and 3. Free opportunity. Look for Wallace. No, they go Becker. Hayashi then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match.
Kathleen Wallace. No better way for the Bulls to finish it than giving it to their senior leader.
25-12, 25-15, and with 8 straight points to close out their 3rd straight D5 championship on a kill by Kathleen Wallace, 25-21 in Game 3. Branson has won the D5 title.
To the backfield, it's Hernandez and Northcutt. Set to throw is Thomas, has time, goes for the home run. It's intercepted in the end zone. Seemed like they tried to go to Martin, and Martin slipped. Stockton, Hillmore, and Escalon. That's going to do it, folks. Victory formation, take a kneel. The clock comes out. The clock will tick down. The players jumping up at midfield. I think I see a Gatorade. Did we have a Gatorade shower?
We most certainly did. Casey Taylor getting the shower there. Very much deserved.
Down to 12.
Great tackle there by Ronald Williams there to make the stop for Helix.
And the Helix fans are starting to celebrate here. This is going to be the final play. 5 seconds. Pow will hand it off. And they're going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. That's Keegan who gets in, but that's going to be the end of the ball game. 44-6 will be the score. So Oceanside scores on the final play of the ball game.
And gets a consolation prize just to make this is kind of say that, hey, we didn't get shut out.
So 44-6 is your score. And Helix is celebrating on the sideline. Oceanside streak of 7 straight championship games has been ended.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Clock rolling, 3rd down and 15 for the Patriots. Dillon, he's got time, steps up. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got a man open. Seth Collins with a diving catch. He hauls it in at the 25. Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you right there. Dillon goes to show why he is a Division I prospect as he's able to step up, elude the pressure, see Collins down the field, and make the connection. As I'll tell you right now, there has not been a bigger catch for Seth Collins this entire season.
Fans nervously wait on the far side. Trips right. Vernon, the lone receiver to the left. Troy Zine rolls right. Here we go. And he's going to be... Oh, he gets away. but can't get away from the second slew. Vacaville takes over on downs, and the crowd erupts. So does the sideline. Got to watch it. Got to watch the sideline here.
Yeah,
Remember,
really
they were up
stepped up.
35-26. 2 unanswered touchdowns. That's going to do it, folks. Your 2011 Division II Sac Joaquin Section champions, the Vacaville Bulldogs. They win 39-35 in a
Although
classic.
they have no timeouts, they'll get the ball on the sideline, try to set something up. They can get a couple dribbles and a shot.
And I tell you what, that was a gutsy call there by Coach Aguiar. Oh, what a shot! I tell you what, Javier Kirksey, from well beyond the three-point mark, takes the inbound pass, throws it up off the glass, and nails a three. And you've got the finish to this Cinderella story as the Ridgeview Wolfpack win the Division III boys title 43-40. And what
Caroline Martin to serve. Is third time the charm for Palo Alto. Martin over, dug by Irvin. Lauren, backside, Bedard Ghani, long, and that's the ball game. And Palo Alto comes from behind. They were down 13-8 in Game 5. They win it 17-15.
Koenig, who will continue to play baseball at the next level. He is going to Central Arizona. About 45 minutes outside Phoenix and Coolidge.
This pitch is hit in the 5-5 hole. Nice grab and throw over to first base. Ori Wofford. Full extension dive to his right and gets Tillinghast by a step.
3-point game.
Down to 5 seconds. Wilson from straight away fires a three. Goal! And that will send it to overtime as Wilson drains the three at the buzzer.
Straight on look, and he got it for that big bucket.
Jones, long outlet. January's got an opening. January with the left hand.
Can't leave him in a lane like that to the basket. He'll put it right through it. And that's what he did that time with the strong dunk.
He brought the house down with that one.
Now 2nd and 13 for the Dons from their own 24-yard line. Bogart's three-step drop now flushed out. He's rolling to his right. Looking downfield, lofts it to Hines. Hines with an amazing grab. Did he get that in bounds? He's still in bounds, running by himself to the 10-5 touchdown. Wow. Unbelievable catch. An Olympian defense thought he was out of bounds, and they just stopped playing. And Hines, with a headsy play, just sprints the other 30 yards into the end zone. And the Dons now extend their lead, 13-0.
Jumper right at the elbow for Peters.
White with
Here
the
we
dish
go.
to Gordon. Five, slamma jamma.
I don't even think Valley Center will have to snap the football. They will not. Santana puts on a rush at the end. They travel 91 yards to make it a one-possession game. They try the onside kick. They almost executed it. But a Gatorade bath for the offensive coordinator for Valley Center. Congratulations to Coach Gilster and his staff. Valley Center is your winner in Division IV, 20-14 over
the seventh inning. Here with 2 outs. Probably our 25th full count of the day. Of course, it's going to be the pressure pitch here with 2 outs in the final inning.
Here it comes, full count. York delivers, pitches, swung on, grounded back to the mound. Will they go home? He fires down to first. It's scooped out. Did he get him? He did. Akalani's are the Division III champions of 2012. And what a game. And Johnny York is able to field the comebacker and fire down to Spencer Henderson in time to get Jonathan Wachtel for the 3rd out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dog pile right in front of the pitcher's mound. And Akalani's take a 4-0 victory over Tamalpais. And what a game, Tom.
Maybe they just got to practice for their celebration.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can do it twice.
Ooh, good serve.
They got to get their head in
Cap.
the game.
Ooh, what a save there by Fleet. Ooh.
It's
Is
4.
that
And there's your championship.
There it is.
And this time, champion Christian.
A little less
so.
enthusiastic.
Well, this time they looked at the officials to make sure before they went to celebrate. And that'll just about do it. Here's Wilson, though. He's going to put up a 3, no good. Boy, if they did a couple of those, that might have made things a little interesting here in the last few seconds. But instead, the Stags are going to win it 74-64. DeMatha is your national division champion.
With time now for just a couple more plays. De La Salle will be awaiting the fate of the State Bowl Championship to determine their place in the final weekend of the high school football season. As De La Salle, as time ticks down now to the end of this game, with just 30 seconds remaining, have won their 20th straight North Coast section title.
Maybe you get a first down, but then the clock's going to run thereafter.
Helix has brought in their speed rushers. They're going light on the line and sending everybody with speed, and they're chasing Hetherington. Pass is complete. Smith is going to get it out of bounds, but he's going to lose a yard. With 11 seconds now, 10. The clock continues to move. I'm surprised they didn't say out of bounds. They're making him get up to the line quickly. Del Oro is going to run out of time. That is the ball game. The Highlanders win it 35-24 to take the Division II championship. The California State Bowl game in Division II is complete, and the Helix Highlanders are your champion.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons win. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot, kept alive, back and one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stags.
Runner at third is Chavez. 8-2 the score. Bottom of the 7th. The 1-2. Popped in the air. This should do it. Cortopassi says it's mine. Now he's fading on it. And he can't make the catch, but Gaff comes in from center field and does. Congratulations to the St. Mary's Rams, a three-peat. They win it 8-2 against Franklin to take the series 2-0.
But this is time to run an offensive set that you've done all through the season in practice.
Yeah. And you also, you get it to your hottest player right now. Just like they're getting into I-course right here. He's going to try to create some space, find somebody on the backside that's open.
Icourse flush out to the right. Oh, breaks free of a player. Icourse on his own. Shoots and scores. Bounces a shot home. Coos can't handle the shot. Icourse takes off the shirt and the helmet. And how about that? Alex called it. Icourse, after sustaining the injury in the third quarter of play, has scored the game winner with 22 seconds gone in the overtime period. Dogpile on the field. Marin Academy take it. A fantastic finish to this game, and well, I hope his other ankle isn't hurting after this.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown.
Back from Wyman Stadium on the campus of Cartersville High School here on the Play on High School Sports Network. And thanks for joining us, everybody. Here with the play-by-play story, I'm Chris Mooneyham. We're ready for second half action in a 7-7 ball game between the number 1 ranked Thomson Bulldogs and the number 6 ranked Purple Hurricanes of Cartersville. The winner of this one moves on to face either Carver Columbus or Buford in the state semifinals. Over on the other side of the bracket, Peach County and North Hall, and Washington County and St. Pius. We'll update you with scores as we move throughout this ball game. A 61-yard touchdown pass for Brooks Barden to Hayes Lynn put us at 7-0 Cartersville, and then a 2-yard run by William Bussey tied us at 7 in favor of the touchdown run was in favor of Thomson. Little squib kick taken inside the 20. This is the aforementioned Bussey, and he spins before being pushed out of bounds shy of the 20-yard line. Other 2 big plays in the first half, a muffed punt by Thomson. Set up a Cartersville drive late in the first half, but 2 plays later, Brooks Barden threw his first interception of 2012. That's it. Pull the kid. He's done. Now he only has 36 touchdown passes and 1 interception. Thomson with possession first in the second half. They got Battle in at quarterback and the direct snap to him. And he gets over the 20-yard line. Looks like about a 4-yard gain, maybe 3. What do they call that? The wild battle? I think. Battle cat. Ooh, I like that. The battle cat.
Second down for the Bulldogs. Ball's over 20.
Second down play coming up. They call it 2nd and 5. Ball spotted just outside the 20-yard line. Snap right back to Battle again. And Torrey shy of the 25-yard line. Looks like he's going to put his team in about a 3rd and a yard. Alongside Todd Edwards running the camera for us tonight. He's down in the crowd. Todd, the embattled cameraman of Play On High School Sports Network. Todd will do whatever he has to do. A few weeks ago, we had Walton in Parkview, and he was out on the roof, on a tin roof, Todd Edwards was. He does what he's got to do. Tonight he's down in the crowd as this press box is packed for number 1 versus number 6. 3rd and a yard and a half. Hand off to the first man through. This is Chris Jordan, who will get his team the first down. Jordan with 45 yards in the first half, and he is, in case you're just tuning in now, a 2,000-yard rushing man. He has reached that mythical, magical mark of 2,000 yards rushing in a season. Also alongside Jason Reeves tonight, flipping the switches. First time working with Jason. It's been a pleasure, my friend. I'm Chris Mooneyham here on the play-by-play story. It is a crisp, cool night in Cartersville, a full moon above, and a packed stadium as well. 1st and 10 play spotted at the 35-yard line. Cummings back into the ball game. The first snap for the new quarterback for Thomson. He gets about a 3-yard gain. Cummings, if you're just tuning in, filling in for 2 quarterbacks that are out for Thomson. They lost their backup quarterback, their number 2 guy during the regular season, and then lost their number 1 guy in the second quarter of the opening playoff game of the state tournament. Quay has been playing ever since. They say he's been playing solidly. His responsibility is to protect the football. 2nd and 7. Misdirection. Coming back near side. 45 and 50. 45 and 40, and eventually pushed out of bounds is Bussey. Boy, William Bussey has run the ball very well tonight. In fact, for the most part, Thomson has controlled the offensive line of scrimmage. Thomson has, for the most part, again, been more successful than Cartersville offensively. All of the Purple Hurricanes offense really, for the most part, has come on one big play, a 61-yard touchdown pass from Barden to Lynn. Meanwhile, Thomson been running pretty much up and down the field. They've had 2 drives end on 4th down plays where they were stopped deep in Cartersville territory. Handoff to Battle this time right side off the tail end of the tackle on the right side.
Battle on the carry.
He's got about a 5-yard gain. We'll wait for the official spot.
52, Byron Davis on the stop.
The offensive line for Thomson has been so good tonight. Rakeem Hunt, Patrick Taylor, Trevor Johnson, Kendall Reynolds, and John Cody, the sophomore. Very important also for the split end and the tight end to block in this scheme. Jordan Davis, the tight end. Ryan Kelly been blocking tonight. This may be a pass or a quick handoff. Nope. Man in motion. Cummings, toss back, Battle. Tries to cut in between defenders. Does have a positive gain, but will be wrapped up inbounds just shy of the 30-yard line. In fact, well, I say just shy of the 30, but actually, let's check that. They're really only going to give him about a yard gain on that play. So 3rd down coming up. The touchdown pass from Barden to Lynn came in the first quarter, made it 7-0 Cartersville. The 2-yard touchdown run by Bussey for Thomson came about midway through the second quarter to tie us at 7. Big 3rd down play coming up. 3rd and 7 at the 34-yard line. Give to Chris Jordan, and he is stopped shy of the 1st down mark. Got about a 2-yard gain, but not quite to the 30. Cartersville saying that ball popped out. Officials going to say that the runner was down before the ball came out.
4th down and 5.
And officially they'll call it 4th and 5, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're going for it here. Not in field goal range and too close to punt. Twice already, again, if you're just tuning in, twice already, Thomson has had drives stopped on 4th downs. Big moment in the ball game coming up on 7 minutes, 3rd quarter. Cummings going to keep it himself, and a whistle blows the play dead.
Whistles on the play.
This screams of a false start. No, timeout Thomson. Well, it is a big play. So Coach Turner decides to use his first timeout of the second half. And I tell you what, we'll take the timeout with them. You're watching a 7-7 ball game inside the Elite Eight of the AAA tournament on the Play On High School Sports Network. Fourth and 5. Boy, listen to these people over here on the home side clad in purple and gold. Boy, you talk about 2 of the best fan bases in all of Georgia high school football. Cummings is throwing. He's got a man deep beyond the secondary man, and it bounces off the pads, and we're going to have a flag. Pass interference coming up. The defender never turned around to find the football. Boy. Big discussion. You see the brain trust of the men in the stripes. Gordon Dickerson trying to sort things out, the man in the white hat. Our lead official tonight, and here he comes to give us the official call. This, by my count, our third penalty of the night. Indeed it is, a pass interference. And that is a huge call in this ball game. I'll pull out my trusty storyline sheet here.
First and 10.
Thomson drives, continues. Handoff, inside man, modest gain at best. So a pass interference call on Cartersville around the 7-minute mark here, third quarter. Now I'll tell you something else. If Cummings puts about 2 more yards on that pass, look, Quay's not a passer. Technically, he's not even a quarterback. He's battling out there. Handoff to Bussey, right side, and he's got a good gain and close to the first down mark. Boy, he really, to be so big and have his size, not only does he have great speed, but he really has got great upper body control. I wish we had the replay capability here where 32, you see him on the right hand of your screen there, the right portion of your screen. He did a great job of twisting his shoulders. That's something that all great running backs do. They twist their shoulders to fit the space that they need to fit into. Bussey did it there and brought his team to within 2 yards of a first down. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line, 5:45, third quarter. Cummings, handoff. This is Jordan, and Chris going to carry the pile, I believe, to the first down mark.
First down.
Mark Quattlebaum in on the tackle there. First and goal now for Thomson at the 5. So the drama's starting to develop in this one. And brother, it's still early. Wouldn't have it any other way in 2012. Left-handers rolling out. He'll throw into traffic, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted in the end zone. The one thing that they asked Cummings not to do. My, oh my. Cartersville comes away with the turnover. Hayes Lynn on the interception. Well, Hayes Lynn has turned in the top 2 plays of the ball game so far for Cartersville. Martin, and now an interception in the end zone for Lynn as well. That is big. So ball brought back out to the 20-yard line. That's where Cartersville will start. Barton takes the snap and hands it off to Long. Brandon. About 5 carries tonight, looking at about 15 yards. So many big games from around the state tonight. Of course, it's the Elite 8. Barton looks and fires in between the hands of the intended receiver. Holy smokes. Gordon Gray, the junior, the intended receiver there. Lovejoy and North Gwinnett in the big classification. 7-0. Lovejoy leads North Gwinnett at the half. Ware leads Stevenson 7-0. Mill Creek beating North Cobb 21-7 at the half. Tucker and Northside Warner Robins 7-3. Tucker leads Northside, that one at the half as well. That a rematch of last year's state semifinal ball game and one of the wildest finishes in state history. Northside had a running back that was going into the end zone with about 20 seconds. We got a timeout on the field here called by Cartersville with a 3rd and 6 play coming up. Last year between Tucker and Northside, one of the wildest finishes you will ever see. Northside tosses the ball off out to a running back. He's going around right in. It looks like he's going right into the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. They're already ahead, by the way, in the ball game, but this would be the icer. Then a defensive man comes up from behind him, knocks the ball out of his hands. It bounces forward, is recovered by Tucker, and the recovering man ends up running the ball down the sidelines 100 yards for the game-winning touchdown with, I'd say about 10 seconds left in that one. They're playing again tonight. That was in the semifinals last year. Tucker 10-2, Northside 12-0, and they meet in the quarterfinals this year, 7-3. Again, Tucker out in front. Whitewater leads Alatoona. Gainesville up on Harris County, 36-7. I called that Gainesville game last week when they beat Kell. Outscored Kell 40-7 in the second half and won 61-42. They're going to be real tough to beat. Barden on a third down play, the left-hander looks and fires across the middle and another interception. Fourth turnover in the last 5 drives for these two teams. Incredible. It's Felton Hatcher on the interception. Boy, I couldn't see. I was screened out on the play there. Our good friends over at the Thomson Radio Network gave me the call on the interception, so Hatcher on the interception there. Holy smokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions in the last, or 5 turnovers, pardon me, in the last 7 possessions. Is that right? 8 possessions, pardon me. 5 turnovers in the last 8 possessions for the two teams here. My goodness. So Thomson with possession back deep in Cartersville territory. Tied at 7 under the 4.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Norcross leads Camden County in the 6A classification 19-14. Right side. This is Battle. Twisting and turning his way down to the 5-yard line. Parkview leads Colquitt at the half, 7-0. Boy, oh boy. Seen Parkview about 4 times this year, and they just find ways to win. Been a long time since I've seen a team with so much guile. Whitewater leads Alatoona 14-0 at the half. More scores from around the state coming up in a moment. Torrey Battle in the shotgun. In the Battle Cat formation, he takes the snap, and a flag will blow the play dead. Marist and Stockbridge, a 7-3 Stockbridge lead. That one at the half. False start called on the Bulldogs. 24-0, Ridgeland leads Mary Persons. Sandy Creek leads Burke County 17-13 at the half. Inside this bracket, Carver Columbus leads Buford. Carver Columbus leads the Buford Machine 7-3 at the half. North Hall also inside this bracket leads Peach County, are you kidding me, 31-10. And then the other of the 4 games inside this classification as Battle stays on his feet and into the end zone. Torrey Battle from 10 yards out, the touchdown run here in the third quarter. His first touchdown run of the ball game, his 18th of the season. And Thomson has taken their first lead of this Elite 8 matchup. Extra point try now for Radford. Snap good, hold good, and the kick is blocked. And we stay at 13-7. Write that one down in your storyline sheet. That could prove to be very, very big. I'll do the same. Extra point blocked. Let me write that down because that's my job, and it stays at 13-7. Let me give you that last score inside this bracket, inside the AAA classification, rather. St. Pius leads Washington County 27-21. That ball game also at the half. Remember, the winner of this ball game faces either Carver Columbus or Buford in the state semifinals, and the winner of Washington County St. Pius faces the winner of Peach County and North Hall. Both of these teams trying to reach the state semifinals. Somebody's going to end a little bit of a drought Cartersville hasn't made the state semifinals since 2004. Thomson hasn't been to the state semifinals since their last state championship year back in 2002. Now with the lead, Thomson will kick off. Taken inside the 5. Now bringing it down to the near side, the 20, 25, and 30. Got some blockers, still on his feet, and he's got the 40-yard line. Very nice return for Mark Quattlebaum. Thomson back out on offense now. Let's see, let's get back into the history here. State championship in 67 and 68 with one of the great kickers of all time, Ray Guy, talking about Thomson now. They also won state championships in 84 and 85. Their star player back then was Jerry Mays. Mays, another guy who went to Tech. Barton, sacked again. Becoming the storyline of the ball game tonight. This time it's Bernard Dawson, the senior, in with Hart. Now on both sides of the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively, Thomson starting to really dictate the pace as we go under 3 minutes, third quarter. Barton again in the shotgun. This time the handoff, going to the far side, potentially breaking into the clear, splitting the defenders over 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Cartersville takes the lead on a touchdown run by Kalen Heath from 67 yards away. Of course, I spoke too soon. The extra point coming up could give the Canes the lead. 67-yard touchdown run for Kalen Heath. Snap down, the kick on the way, and it is good. Preston Slimp has given Cartersville the lead. Well, we said it. Just how big that extra point that was missed by Thomson, or the one that was blocked, I should say, just how big that was. If you want to join the conversation as this ball game is starting to unfold, you saw the links there that you can go to, facebook.com/playonsports. Thanks, Jason. Twitter.com/playonsports. You can watch it on YouTube. Join the conversation as we continue along the road to the state championships for the next 2 weeks here on the Play On High School Sports Network. This week in the Elite Eight. Next week we'll end our coverage inside the state semifinals, and we'll find out who will go to the Big Dome in Atlanta. Now this one's gotten wild and woolly. High end-over-end kick taken inside the 5. Good job by the return man trying to let the blocking develop, and he put the ball down on the turf. This could be a defining moment in the ball game. There's a scrum, digging and fighting and clawing for the football. We'll wait for the official call. And Thomson has the football. Oh my goodness. Would that have ever been big? Well, one thing that Thomson has always done throughout their history has been able to dig deep when they really needed a key drive. I don't mean this year, last year, or in 2002 when they won a state title. I mean throughout the history of their program. Well, they need one here now. Not a game-defining drive, but they sure could use one. Jordan, a modest gain at best, and a good job of pursuit by the two defenders, Mark Quattlebaum and Devin Henderson. Also give Josh Cooper some credit on that play. About a 3-yard gain.
Got about 3 on the play. It will be 2nd down 7.
Ball spotted at the 27. 1:45 remaining third quarter, pardon me. Torrey Battle. About 1.5 yards. Maybe a half yard, actually.
Number 3, Josh Cooper. Brandon Wells on the stop. Third down at 6.
Purple-clad faithful come to their feet in Cartersville. A long 3rd and a long 6. 29-yard line. Straight snap. Cummings going to keep. Go right side. Makes a good move and gets the first down. Huge 3rd down play.
First and 10. Ball's on the 35.
First down now, 35-yard line as we go under a minute left in the 3rd quarter here in Cartersville. Been a quick ball game tonight. This type of offense that Thomson runs. Two backs. That's Battle. Torrey up the middle, then shoots right side. He's got the 45-yard line and a first down. Officially to the 46. Brought down again on the play by Cooper. Thomson with a half-minute left, looking for their 6th state championship. They'll need 3 more wins to get it. Won the title in 67, 68, 84, 85, and 02. Torrey again over the midfield stripe. In 02, they won it with 3 guys that went on to the National Football League. Willie Williams, Jasper Brinkley, Danny Verdoon. That was not only their last title, but the last time they made the state semifinals. Someone's ending a drought tonight in Cartersville. Thomson hasn't been to the state semifinals since 2002. Cartersville hasn't been to the state semifinals since 04. These two teams have won 7 state championships. Somebody's going to be 2 wins away from a state championship tonight in Cartersville. The 3rd quarter break on the Play On High School Sports Network. Back in Cartersville for the 4th quarter of Georgia High School football playoffs. The AAA Elite 8 matchup between number 1 Thomson, number 6 Cartersville, and a big 2nd down play to start the quarter. And a run and a fumble. Ball put on the ground by Battle and recovered by Cartersville. A huge play and a potential swing in momentum. How many times have I called Josh Cooper's name over the last 5 minutes? That kid's got 3 tackles and a fumble recovery in the last 6 plays. And now his team has the football up by a point after the first play of the 4th quarter. I got to do a turnover count. First play ensuing drive for Brooks Barden and the Purple Hurricanes, and the lefty. Hands off. This is long. He goes over the pile, kind of dive job. He's got about a yard gain.
Number 47, Sam Garnett on the stop.
6 turnovers in this ball game now. Now that is uncharacteristic of these two teams. Of course, both of these teams also average a lot more points per ball game than what they're putting up tonight. Barden gonna fire. Caught out in the right flat by a wide receiver. Good enough for the first down by about a half yard on the reception, Gordon Gray. Gordon Gray, who made arguably the most important catch in the 2012 season for Cartersville and one of the most important catches in Cartersville history. He caught the 4th down play last week against Blessed Trinity as his team was down to its season's last down. On a 4th and 12, he caught the 4th down play, tripping his long and going down right at the line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd and long. Yeah, this has been a wild one. We've seen the first interception of the season for Brooks Barden. Offsides. We've seen as many turnovers in this ball game for the two teams as they probably made in the last 2 games combined. However, saying that though, Cartersville did put the ball on the ground 4 times last week against Blessed Trinity. The only reason they got away from it, or away with it rather, is because they recovered all of those fumbles. So they actually had no turnovers. Barden, the lefty, been a little off tonight, but he finds a wide open man here on the near side who spins and gets inside the 40-yard line. It's T.L. Ford. The first reception of the night for T.L. Ford, the junior. In fact, both of these teams with a heavy plus turnover ratio during the regular season and 2 games of the playoffs as well. Last week, Cartersville was +6. Snap to Barden. He'll hand off. That's Heath again, and Kalen with about a yard gain. 10-minute mark approaching. 4th quarter. 14-13. Cartersville out in front. Thomson scored a touchdown to go up 13-7 and had the extra point blocked. Cartersville came down on the ensuing drive and took the lead. Thrown up there deep and incomplete by Barden. And then what you saw on that play as well, Brooks Barden getting absolutely hammered on that play. That's been another main storyline tonight. I wasn't picking on Brooks a moment ago when I said he's been off tonight. That's just a fact. But I'll also, while I'm pointing out the obvious that may not make him look so great, I'll also defend the kid because, boy, he's been under duress the entire night. Thompson's defensive line has won the line of scrimmage tonight. And their offensive line has as well. 3rd and 8. Brooks fires. Got his man. That's Lynn. 25-yard line. First down for Cartersville. Hayes Lynn, who so far has been the player of the ball game for the Purple Hurricanes. $25-yard line. And at what point does the clock become the enemy of the men in gold and white? They don't have a quick strike offense. That's what we know. With this option give type of offense, they need time to score. The Purple Hurricanes are assuredly going to leave Thomson only 8 minutes on the next drive, even if they are held scoreless here. Barden eyeing the end zone where he fires down into double coverage and incomplete. Gordon Gray, the intended receiver. Boy, I'm going to tell you, people came up off their feet so quick on this home sideline. Barden was within inches of putting this ball game within reach of victory. 8:57 left in the ball game. 3rd and 6. Thomson needs a stop in the worst way, and a whistle blows it dead. Boy, Thomson called a timeout on 3rd and 6. And that is their second timeout of the half. So the Dogs will have only one timeout with 8 minutes and 56 seconds left. They need a big stop here on 3rd and 6 coming up. Cartersville with the ball sitting on the 22-yard line. Well, here we go. 8:56 left in the ball game. Cartersville with possession, a 3rd and 6 and a 1-point lead. Barden in the shotgun as always. Looking, firing. Caught down inside the 5. Makes a move and score. Touchdown, Cartersville. TL Ford. His second reception of the ball game. This time it goes for 6. This is a big one. And it is good. 21-13. It's an 8-point lead. Cartersville out in front of Thomson, the number 1 team in the state. Trying to keep their season alive. Now the road has been laid out in front of them. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this one up. Buford now has the lead on Carver Columbus, by the way. Down in Columbus. 10-7. The Buford machine leads Carver. Of course, the winner of that one meets the winner of this one. They're in 3rd quarter action down in Columbus. Little pooch kick. Taken just inside the 20. Moving far side. Up the sideline. Still in bounds and finally pushed out of bounds, but a very good return for Quay Heath. Washington County and St. Pius over on the other side of the bracket. St. Pius leads Washington County in the 3rd quarter, 34-27. Boy, oh boy. Direct snap. Modest little gain on 1st down.
And on the top, number 50, Alex Barnes with a little hit from Native.
North Hall and Peach County. The other matchup in the AAA classification, and it looks like North Hall, barring a collapse, will beat Peach County. They lead by 28 in the 3rd quarter. Ball may be on the turf, and this could be a dagger. Still no call, and it looks like, yes, Thomson does have possession. But as Quay goes over to his coaches and now heads back to the huddle, bringing in the offensive play, the fans over here on the home side, donned in purple and gold, rise to their feet for a huge 3rd down and 9 play. Cummings going to keep it himself. Cartersville gets the penetration they need on the defensive line, and coming up with the big play is Greg Davis.
For the Canes, number 3, Josh Cooper.
Nearing the end of 3rd quarter play, by the way, down in Cartersville, still 10-7 Buford. Boy, he did a good job of getting that kick away, did Radford. Rolling down around the 20-yard line, and eventually will be touched down right there. So Cartersville with the ball back now at 6:44 with an 8-point lead. And a chance to, if they can put together a sustained drive, ice this one away. Again, want to remind you folks, if you want to join the conversation of high school football from around the state of Georgia, you can join us on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, here on the Play On High School Sports Network, and Facebook.com/PlayOnSports or Twitter.com/PlayOnSports. It's the Elite Eight and the semifinals of the Georgia High School Football Tournament. Todd Edwards running the camera for us tonight. Great job, Toddley. Jason Reeves flipping our switches. I'm Chris Mooneyham. Kalen Heath is the man with the football in his hand. He's splitting defenders. Still on his feet and over the 35-yard line, Kalen Heath. Officially at the 37. We'll be at 6.5 minutes left in this one.
Offensive line, looking good.
Buford knocking on the doorstep. Late 3rd quarter action down in Columbus. Looking to try and build their lead. Got a flag down on this play after a good gainer, but let's wait for the call. Officials trying to sort this one out, as Buford has scored a touchdown down in at Carver Columbus. Got a hold on the offense. So we'll back the Purple Hurricanes up a little bit. Boy, how big will a Buford-Cartersville matchup be? I'm telling you. What a star-studded AAA tournament it is. Again, there have been some brackets that have been absolutely blown up in the state this year. Take the 6A bracket, for instance. Grayson goes down, and 5A for that matter. MLK, Grayson, some of the biggest names across the 2 highest classifications have gone down. Kell loses. East Paulding loses. Some true championship favorites. Not that way in the AAA ranks. Cartersville trying to punch their ticket to the state semifinals. Last Sunday, Coach Barden met Coach Turner at a McDonald's in Covington. This is a matchup, remember, between 2 number 1 seeds. Cartersville won the flip. Coach Barden was quoted as saying, "Tails never fails." They won the toss, and they were rewarded with hosting this ball game tonight. Well, they win tonight, and if Buford holds on to beat Carver Columbus, then there will be another ball game here just off the banks of Lake Allatoona in Cartersville next week. But we got a long way to go still. 5:40 remaining in this one. A second down play coming up. 2nd and 11 to be precise. 49-yard line. But Thomson needs a big stop now. Barden's going to keep it and go right side, and he's wrapped up. He's got about a couple yard gain, maybe 2 yards, yeah. What it does, though, is it keeps the clock running, and that's so important. Boy, you really, really need to stop on this third down play. Biggest defensive play of the ball game. 3rd and 10, 48-yard line. Barden in the shotgun. Of course, he's Barden rolling, looking, and he goes out of bounds. Mercy. Well, that's exactly what you did not want to do if you're Cartersville and Barden. And so the punt team comes on, stopping the clock at 4:55. 4:55 now as Barden runs out of bounds. A punt attempt coming up. Thomson going to get the ball back. Thomson with a missed extra point. They were stopped, twice? 3 times on 4th downs during a drive. At one point, they were deep in Cartersville territory. Twice they were stopped on 4th down plays inside the 20. One time inside the 10 where they elected to not go for a field goal opportunity. That one going out of bounds. We'll wait for the official spot. But special teams, so important at the high school level. If you've got a team that is very proficient at the special teams, it gives you a distinct advantage when you struggle. And if you struggle mightily at special teams in the high school game, boy, it will come up to grab you at some point during your season. Tonight, it's been very important for Thomson. Not going for a field goal opportunity earlier, which ended a drive on 4th down where they decided to go for it, and then having the extra point blocked earlier. Now their season lays out before them at 4:47 and down by 8, 21-13. 1st and 10 at their own 15. They got everybody packed in. Handoff. This is Bussey going to the top side, and he's about 4 yards shy of the first down, maybe even 3. They'll say he stayed in bounds, by the way. That's maybe the most important aspect of that play. 4.5 minutes left. The beauty and agony of sports. When your entire season, you know it comes down to this. I mean, you know it comes down to this. The beauty and the agony of sports. 4:15 left. Battle in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he's brought down from behind. Boy, oh boy. Hello, Greg Davis. Davis was some kind of vocal before the ball game. This is my first look at this kid. Didn't know much about him coming into tonight. But Davis seemed like a vocal leader. I heard him hooping and hollering down in the end zone as his team was warming up before the ball game, and he's come up with at least 2 big defensive plays tonight. They could use another. 3:45 left. Down by 8. Thomson comes to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 2 at the 23. Of course, they'll have 2 cracks at this. You know, with just one timeout, they'll go for it if they have to. Direct snap. Cummings to the line, and the play blown dead. Well, not quite sure what happened down here, what this call is going to be. And I tell you what else, I'm not sure what in the world happened down in Columbus, because a moment ago I told you when Buford scored the touchdown to go up on Carver Columbus 17-7. Since then, they've scored yet another touchdown. Buford all of a sudden, late 3rd quarter, leads Carver Columbus 24-7. Timeout. Cartersville. Boy, all kinds of confusion out here. Coach Barden is absolutely beside himself out on the field right now. Scoreboard still has Cartersville charged with a timeout on this play, but I think they're trying to sort it out, so let's keep it together here. Todd, let me see that discussion between the umpires and Barden, if you don't mind, sir. It's quite heated. Oh, boy. Well, 3rd down and 2 play coming up. His team had defensive momentum, and that's why I didn't like the defensive call, or the call of timeout by the officials. In the shotgun is the 2,000-yard man, Davis, or Jordan. Snap to him. He stumbles. I don't know if he's going to make it. Boy, is this going to be close. Nope. Maybe not so close. They'll give it to him without a measurement. 3.5 minutes now we're under left in this ball game. All just shy of the 25-yard line. Look at the mass movement on the offensive set for Thomson. Quay going to take the snap, hand off to Jordan. Chris on left side is stopped nearly right at the line of scrimmage. Clock under 3 minutes now.
And 50 Alex Barnes. 2nd down, 10.
Quay's throwing, incomplete. Boy, had his man wide open. Hard to pick on the kid. That's not what he does best. So clock stops at 2:25. Thomson knows what they need now. They need 10 yards in 2 plays. This will be their final possession of the ball game. Too much time has run off. Just 1 timeout left in this one. Winner goes to the state semifinals and most likely will face Buford. Buford now leads Carver Columbus 24-7 as they go to the 4th quarter down in Columbus. And a timeout called. Or is this an official's timeout? Yes, it is. Snap. And another slip. Holy smokes. How many times have we seen a running back for Thomson go to the turf on a slip? Boy, get longer spikes. 4th down play coming up. The clock running under 2 minutes at 1:56 to be precise, and a timeout called by Coach Turner and the Thomson Bulldogs. Another quick scoring update. North Hall leads Peach County 38-10 still in the 3rd quarter. Buford out in front of Carver Columbus 24-7. That one late third quarter. St. Pius leads Washington County 34-28. They have now just started the 4th quarter up in Metro Atlanta. Or actually, pardon me, that one's over in Washington County. Those your other 3 matchups inside the AAA ranks. If things stay the way they are, we'll have St. Pius versus North Hall and Buford versus the winner here tonight. This is the closest game out of the 4. But Cartersville on the verge of icing it away. Thomson comes to the line needing 10 yards for the first down with 1:56 left in the ball game. And they need 8 points to tie it. 2 receivers to the top side. Watch number 80 on the line, the tight end nearest your screen. He stays in a block. Quay going to be flushed. He's going deep where he's got a wide receiver who's covered. A jump ball, and I think he caught it. They'll say out of bounds. The ball was caught out of bounds, and that may be the icer. It'll have to be at 1:48. Oh, my goodness. I hope that side judge got that call right, because that was close. And the celebration begins in Cartersville. Boy, what a game and what a tournament and what a season on the Play On High School Sports Network. Breaking away. Did he get in? Not quite. Brandon Long down at about the 1.
Looks like he's going to be down on about the 1.
Now the celebration is truly on. By the way, I want to correct something I said earlier. St. Pius actually hosting Washington County. I was right the first time. Pius knocking on the doorstep right now, threatening to score. And they just have. St. Pius now will lead Washington County either 40-28 or 41-28. Cartersville trying to ice this one away themselves. Barden going to keep. The junior is stopped. Now, that's not all that bad. Keeps the clock running. As we'll go under a minute now. Thomson played one of the toughest regular season schedules in the state. They played all comers, 5A, 4A, 6A, anybody who would play them. But they battled injury. They'll finish with a 2,000-yard rushing man and a third-string cornerback for quarterback. Congratulations to a great season. They'll finish at 12-1, but what a great season it was for Thomson and the end of some great careers for the Bulldogs. But tonight belongs to the Purple Hurricanes of Cartersville. And as the clock runs now, down under 10 seconds, they'll pour out onto the field and the celebration begins. For the first time since 2004, the Purple Hurricanes of Cartersville are going back to the state semifinals. 21-13 your final on the banks of Lake Allatoona. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, totals, highlights, and the finish on the Play On High School Sports Network. Back in Cartersville on the Play On High School Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. The Play On High School Sports Network. High school sports lives here. Your playoff central for the Georgia High School Football State Tournament. Tonight, our AAA coverage of the state quarterfinals. Next week, we'll get into the state semifinals, and that's where our road will end. Of course, our friends over at GPB will take over coverage for the state championships. But 2 more weeks, or tonight, and then next week, our coverage continues on the Play On High School Sports Network. Tonight, our crew was here at Cartersville for the AAA state quarterfinal between Cartersville and Thomson, where the Purple Hurricanes come away with a 21-13 victory, number 6 in the state over number 1. Your scoring recap, your story recap, a 61-yard touchdown pass from Brooks Barden, the super junior, to Hayes Lynn, made it 7-0, Cartersville out in front. In the second quarter, a 2-yard touchdown run by William Bussey tied us at 7. We had a muffed punt by Thomson late in the first half, and so Cartersville had a chance to take advantage within 2 minutes left in the first half. But Brooks Barden threw his first interception of the year, and that put him with 1 interception and 36 touchdown passes on the season. He is without question one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the entire nation, regardless of classification. So we were at 7-7 at the half. We then had another interception to start the third quarter for Cartersville, an interception in the end zone for Cartersville as well. An interception, the turnovers just began to pile up. We had 6 overall in the ball game tonight. And then The turning point in the ball game came when Thomson got down the field, a 10-yard touchdown run. The extra point was blocked, but the Bulldogs led 13-7. That seemed to give Cartersville a little more momentum, and 2 drives later, a 67-yard touchdown run by Kalen Heath, and the PAT was good. Cartersville took a 14-13 lead, and on the first play of the next drive, a fumble recovery for Cartersville effectively put this thing away. A 22-yard touchdown pass from Barden to Ford, his 38th touchdown pass of the season, producing our final score of 21-13. What an amazing night it was here in Cartersville, and we thank you all for joining us. For the man flipping the switches tonight, Jason Reeves, and my cameraman Todd Edwards, I'm Chris Mooneyham. 21-13 your final. Cartersville over Thomson right here on the Play On High School Sports Network.